do that?
I don't know. I did see that you had the marquee out there earlier today when I pulled up to pay the water bill. I mean, I do know that special meetings come up, but sometimes I don't get my water bill.
Sir, do you
So-
have email?
I do. Yeah.
He floods my email box
Really?
with every meeting. I
So
open
the-
it up
Friday
and
night.
there's-
You're getting part of that if
Friday
you're-
night,
Yeah.
you get all, from
You
Friday,
can get on his
afternoon.
email list.
Yeah. So what you're doing is you're getting the emergency version, which was that being cut
Right.
off. But if you'll contact them at City Hall, you can check what kind of information you want. And there's more of it out there than you want, I promise you.
Yeah, probably.
Sir, I'm on council,
Mm.
and every Sunday when I come back from opening my business, I stop by and look at that board, just in case there's something I didn't get, and I can read it in print and not on my phone or on the computer. So that board out there is plenty useful, but it has to be posted.
Yeah,
ahead of
and
time.
I will say, I do think that we do as much as we can possibly do to communicate. There's emails, there's Facebook, there's all, I mean, in every route, in every avenue that different people like to get. But at the same time, it takes effort. Like, you have to, you're on council and you have to make the effort to read the board. I have to open my email and look at the list. So at a certain point, it's on the individual to make the effort to at least know about the meeting. And
Well, lots of
then we
times
can
when I
say,
Google, River Oaks, City of River Oaks, and what come up on the thing, I never saw a calendar, so I don't know if that's something that's new here within the last, year or
say
so,
within the last year, I think.
or,
Yeah, it's been 3 or 4 years, but for me, it's sometimes hard to find. You go to agendas and then have to go down, but I guess it's only on desktop. If you do it on your phone, it's not there. But we're also
well,
working.
this is
we're
my
working
biggest
on-
primary thing, so if I.
So
if
we're
it-
working on that as well. What you can do is go down to agendas. There's a tab for agenda. You go down there and it'll have, you know, when the water department's meeting, stormwater, city council, crime prevention, you know, there's more meetings than you can attend, and I can tell you this is the biggest meeting I've seen here in a long time. Just the budget here, we've probably had a dozen meetings already going over some of this stuff line by line, and there's been some heated discussions, because I can tell you everybody that's up here is passionate about your city. Some people think you fix it this way, some people think you fix it that way, but everybody here is trying very hard to sharpen our pencils.
I believe a lot of us here are here because of afraid of having to pay more money. Property
Me
taxes
too.
going up, stuff like that.
We
and-
all live here too, so we're
and not
feeling it
understanding
too.
them. Yeah, but not understanding them. And, I don't know about most of them, but a lot of people in the city are on fixed budgets. We still have a huge retirement, or retiree community here. So, them having to face what budget they have and on what income they have, it really makes a difference when they get a paper and you don't fully understand, is this mean that my property taxes are gonna go up another, $1,000, or is it going up $50? What do you,
It's very confusing, I
Yeah.
agree.
so that's why there's a lot of confusion right now, is myself, and I know others here, looked at the paper going, so what, my property tax is gonna go up another, $1,000 a year? Because, you know, 64 cents per $100 on, what your home value is and stuff, if you look at it that way and you say, oh, my house is worth $160,000, and, divide that by the 100, for that, and then times your 67 or 64, you're thinking you're paying another $1,000 a year on your taxes.
And have you ever got are you a senior citizen? You
No,
sure don't
I
look
am.
like it.
I'm getting there.
Okay. I was gonna say, a lot of people don't realize they can get an exemption for that as well,
Oh,
so.
I've already got a
But you have to apply
disabled
for it.
exemption, but $3,000 on my property tax here is outrageous, when my house was built in 1943. I'm like,
I know.
but you got a house that was built in 43, and most of us do have houses that were built in 1943. And they haven't done major remodeling, and the property tax is anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000. And if you got a more expensive house, like the ones that they're building, the $300,000 to $400,000 homes in the city, you know, that increases our property taxes.
That's the best thing you can ever have happen to you.
No, not really. If you're selling your house, yes. If you're not selling your house and you're trying to just live in it and survive, having a $400,000 house erected 2 houses down, it don't help you, because that increases your house value, although your house hasn't changed. Like this gentleman said here, his house has still been the same one as what it was last year, but yet the price went up.
Sure.
So
It helps
therefore,
if I
if your
go
price
to
goes
sell.
up, your
It
tax
helps if I
goes
go to
up.
sell.
Exactly.
It helps if I go to sell.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
I don't want
And it
to
helps
sell.
if you go to sell it. If I don't want to sell, or I'm retired and I live here, and I don't want to go through that, and I understand it's ch02 that does that stuff, but as you said, we all look at this as, we see something that our taxes are going up, the city's gonna bring our taxes up, so we're all worried about that, and that's why the majority of us are probably here. I can't say for everybody, but that's one of the things that I am here for, is because I thought that, okay, now, my property tax is going up more.
Property values are skyrocketing, and there's nothing to indicate they're going down, because we've had it very good in North Texas with reasonable prices, even though they don't feel that way compared to the rest of the country, so.
We have some that have not had a chance to share it all. Someone that has not had a chance to share, is there anyone else that has not
You
been
two
able to?
young ladies have been here, do you have anything you would like to throw at us?
I have a question. I'm Jennifer Merkel with 813 Linden. So tell me if this is not the right place, but you were talking about the city of Fort Worth charges us 10,500 gallons of water, whether we use it or not, is that correct?
Well, they don't charge you that when they calculate their calculation, the bottom baseline is 10,500 gallons. We don't charge you that through the meter, we only charge you what you use. But when Fort Worth calculates it, it's a minimum of 10,500 gallons for sewer.
But you're actually talking about sewer, that's what I was gonna get at, you're talking about sewer, but the only way to try to calculate that is to base it on water coming in and sewer going out.
So they're saying they don't have a meter, so that's the calculation that they use, and I've been in this since the 80s. They've been doing that calculation since even back then.
Well, so my question is that we're allowed a certain amount a month, and then if we go over that, we're charged. It's nowhere near that. So I'm just curious how that happens, how that works.
The 10,500, are you talking about sewer?
I'm just talking about the,
Water bill overall?
well, yeah, I know, I guess water that we use, like on your bill, you have a certain amount that's like your base, that you're
Yeah,
allowed.
your water bill, it has a minimum on it. If you don't, 400 cubic feet is actually 3,000 gallons. We have cubic feet meters here. But it's actually, if you calculate it out times 7.48, it equals 3,000 gallons. So, that, if you use that amount, you're charged a certain base fee. But if you go over it, then you're gonna get into a usage charge on top of that, so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need to contact the board department, because mine used to be 400, but it's gone down to 300 somewhere along the line.
300 cubic feet, you still should be minimum on your water bill.
Yeah, but I mean, if I used over that, I should get another 100 cubic feet, right? I should have 400.
Well, it's 400 per month.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
If one month you did 300, say the next month you did 5, because it's over 4, it's billed